Welcome, Squires. Welcome back to another Locals Legends video here. You got Titan here, and I am very pleased to say that we have Mr. Logan Peterson, our game night, finally topped. How'd you do today, buddy?
I did pretty good. I went 4-0. I did not expect to get the 4-0 every matchup. I thought it was just like an auto lose, like not gonna get the cards, but we got there. We got all the cards. So
Hell
nice.
yeah, man. Hell yeah. What were you playing today?
I was playing a going second cash build.
Okay, KASHTIRA, my favorite deck of all time. Another reason why I am happy to record this because, yeah, I want to see this list.
Yeah,
So,
right in.
alrighty, buddy. Let's. Any shout-outs? Any shout-outs?
Shout out to Titan. Shout out to everyone at the locals. They're all really nice people. Like Wizards Loft is one of the best places you can play Yu-Gi-Oh and Red Deer, like hands down.
100%
well,
agree.
it's the only place you can play Yu-Gi-Oh Red Deer, but like it's one of the best in Alberta, like the best communities that you could be a part of.
100% agree. 100% agree, buddy. All right, let's get into the deck profile here.
All right, so this is just the standard stuff. Just the 3 Fenrirs, got the 3 Unicorns. I play 2 Rise Heart. This is not a standard choice, but
Okay.
I don't like having the card. You can always get to it.
I'm seeing some more lists. I think cut it down to 2, but
Then we have all 3 of these guys. I play the tier cash because it really helps extend plays, especially if you're going second on the going second build. And then Ogre is just Ogre, simplified game states. You can really control the game.
yeah. How'd you like the Ogre?
It didn't really do anything today. I tried to search, like I baited an Ash out of trying to search off of this, or like a Little Knight interaction, so I could clear the board again to play Unicorn and actually get to search for the turn. So in
Okay.
that respect, it's pretty good.
Okay. Okay.
And that's it for the cash monsters, and then we have the standard just 3 Shifter, got the standard 3 Ash.
Yep.
And then I have 2 Nibs in here.
Okay. How did the nibs do for you?
The Nibs were actually pretty solid. I nibbed like 2 people today. I nibbed the Sprite player when he made his 5th summon on the Gigantic, and I cleared his whole board away, and it was able to just extend me past the game.
Hell yeah.
Able to let me actually play, which is nice. Sometimes you nib them, and then you can't kill the token or your own board, so it sucks, but... And then for the spells...
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, for spells we have 3 Planets.
Yep, of course.
3 Birth. I'm on 2 Theo, which is pretty standard right now.
Yeah.
That's it for the cash spells. We
No
got...
terraforming, guys.
Oh, there is a terraforming.
Oh,
It's
there
just
is
in the other set.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we
Never
have
mind.
2 Thrust, we have 2 Talents, got the 1 Prosp, the 1 Terraforming, 2 Lightning Storms, and then Duster and Darkhole. These together
Ooh,
are just
okay.
supposed to be the 3rd Lightning Storm.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's pretty nice if you have any of these 2 because you get to choose and you get both of the effects. You get to blow up the board and the back row.
Yep.
It's good in that respect. And then that's it for the spells. And I just gotta point out that I did not get to activate this all day. I sided this out like every game. It's not really relevant to the going second strat because you can't OTK afterward.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't, it's not it anymore. And then for traps, we have triple Imperm.
Ooh, beautiful ulties there,
And then
yeah.
I am playing KASHTIRA Big Bang.
Okay, you're playing the Big Bang. What did you think of the Big Bang?
The Big Bang is pretty good. It lets you extend your board state. Like if you have to Theosis one of the attackers that you need to get game, you can put it under the Shangri-Ira and then get it back on the field with this. And I play this over prep because I don't really control the game. I try to just blow up the board and then OTK them.
That makes sense, yep.
Yeah, I made this build because I played Tenpai and I hated it, so this is just KASHTIRA Tenpai. And the last card is 1 copy of Evenly Matched. It's just something for you to thrust into if you really need to like break the board. It buys you turns to play the game more.
Yeah, there's certain matchups where, destroying things isn't always the best thing to do.
And then I had 1 copy of Anti-Spell.
Oh, how did the anti-spell? Spicy little main deck tech there.
Yeah, so this was in there just in case I lost the die roll and had to go first against a lot of decks which are very spell dependent these days. But this is just a flex spot. You could play the 3rd Rise Heart if you wanted to, a Cosmic Cyclone, other normal spells that you can thrust into. Yeah, you don't really need to play the anti-spell. And that's it for the main. I think it's 43 for the main.
Okay, okay.
And then for extra deck, we get the 1 Shangri-Ira. You don't really need more than this, although sometimes you can warranted having 2 of them if you want to lock out the board and control the game that way, but that's just not what I was doing.
Yeah, like the Big Bang combo, I guess.
And we got 2 Big Eyes. Then we have 2 Zeuses. This is mostly just for like the mirror match.
Yep.
You can play through their Unicorn Rips and you can still have the boards that you need to make. And then we got the 1 Typhon. This came up a lot today.
Yeah, Typhon is really good actually right now.
Yeah, this card is very spicy. Stops your opponent, like the branded players, from doing branded plays.
Yep.
Lets you just extend your board, like maybe the last summon, you want to play this for the OTK.
Yep.
And then we got the Red Eyes, Draco Sack, Blaze. This card's very good.
Yeah. How'd the Blaze do for you?
This is what won me the day. Because my
Okay.
opponent had a card set face down just as like a monster card, and I could not get game without just like blowing it up. Because if he set the green Tenpai Dragon, then there's no way I'm gonna be in game with what I have.
And even just his revival too is really handy as well.
Yeah, the revival's really good because we have Lava Golems in the side deck. We play 3 Ashes, the double Rise Hearts.
Yep.
And really make sure that you can get this to res itself and then start going into like Zeus climbing plays, which I like a lot.
Yep.
Then we got the Dark Arm, which is basically just second Blaze, but
Yeah,
Blaze can
essentially.
attack on the turn it uses its effect.
Yes, which is nice.
But Dark Arm does have added benefits of being able to banish your Theoses to add back cards, or you can even banish the Big Bang if it gets sent to your graveyard somehow, and you can keep extending plays off of that. It's a really nice way to get the effects off. Then we have number 76. This is for Tenpai. I did not make it all day.
Okay.
We have this. I didn't make it all day, but this card's like pretty solid.
Just for your Zeus climb.
Yeah, just for Zeus Climb, push for damage, because you detach to give it a K. Then we got the one Little Knight. This thing actually came up one time, but I just let it get murdered by a Dark Hole or something. I didn't even use its effect. And the last 2 cards also didn't go into any of these, were the Utopic Future package.
Okay, yep. Starting to see this a little bit more.
Yeah,
in a lot of cash
everyone's
lists.
everyone's playing this, and this card is really great if you can Blaze Dark Arm to blow up the board and then have this for like control later. But
Yes.
I've never gone into this because I just blow up the board anyways on
Yeah.
the second turn of the game, and then I just OTK them.
Yep.
And then that's it for the extra deck. Obviously 15 cards.
Let's see the spicy side deck. I'm
Yeah,
sure
so
the one thing that changes pretty much every cash deck is what's
This is
spice
the-
you're playing in the side.
This is the spice. This is
Oh, the Vados, yes.
So there's only one copy in here. Anytime your opponent's playing a deck that has a field spell, you can, when they use the field spell effect, if it's once a turn, you can chain this to blow up the field spell so they don't get the effect. It's specials to the opponent's side of the field. You can pick if it's attack or defense mode. And when it gets sent to my graveyard from my opponent's side of the field, I have an option to use a Dark Hole effect on the board.
Which is super spicy.
Yeah, so I did use this to stop the Sangan summoning for the search, but when it got sent to my graveyard, I didn't bother using its effect because he had Hida and Little Knight.
Oh, okay.
And I had Lava Golem in hand, so I just wanted to, just kill the board that
Yeah,
way.
exactly, yep.
And then the 2 Perulias, I'm starting to think this card is garbage. I activated it one time just to suck up an Ash Blossom, which in that regard is really good because after they Ash you, they're probably not going to have another Ash on your turn when it comes back to you on turn 2.
Hey, this is true.
So it really helps eat up just like that one important hand trap that you need to eat up.
Yep.
And then we got the 3 Droll.
Okay.
Card's pretty goated.
Yep, Droll is Droll.
Yeah, I only used this against the Dryshawn player, and when I did, I actually was able to activate Shifter and chain Droll on top of it.
Oh, nice,
And if
nice.
if people didn't know that, if your opponent activates a card to search on resolution, you can pitch the Shifter first, and then you're still in the window to play Droll, so you can chain the Droll on top of it.
Yep.
And if you do that, it really locks down the opponent for like almost the entire game.
Yeah, for those who didn't know.
And then we have 2 Lava Golems. This is just really goated. They go first. Maybe they're playing like Tenpai. They make the 2 things, the seals and the other guy.
Yep.
You distribute them both. But you can't normal summon, so when you're trying to OTK, you really gotta think about how the turn's gonna play out if Lava Golem's the necessary thing to do, but most of the time you just smash it down.
Yeah, you definitely
And then
have
of
to pay
course
attention to it.
we have Blaze in the extra deck, and you can revive Blaze by banishing 2 fire types to bring it back. So that's pretty relevant. And then we have 2 crossouts. I literally didn't play this all day. I sided it in like every time because of how important it is.
Yep.
The only time this had any applicable play was if I crossed out a cash card, bring it back with Birth, so I could slap a Typhon over it. That was the only play that this card could have made for me all day. And then we got 1 D Barrier and 1 Solemn Judgment.
1 Judgment, okay. That's some crazy
Only 1
ratios.
judgment.
Okay.
So we only need the 1 D Barrier because against Tenpai we just need to buy the 1 turn. So if you can get it in a position where you can buy back the turn, then obviously you're going to buy back the turn with the D Barrier.
And it's thrustable, so I mean that makes sense.
Thrustable makes it very good. And then we have the Solemn Judgment. This card's just like a 1 copy. It can trade like 3 for 1 if they go into a big Xyz or they go into a big Link monster.
True.
So paying
true.
half your life for this if you're made to go first isn't the worst thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just like with the Vados being 1 copy. If you see it, you do see it. But if you don't, it's not a deal breaker.
Yep, that makes sense.
And then this card should not be in here, but We have a chain burn player at the locals, so you have to play this or you're just going to lose the chain burn, and it's very irritating.
It is very, very irritating.
But this could be a lot of other things. Before it was the 3rd Perulia and the extra 2 judgments, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
Or Perulia Judgment and D-Barrier. That was what it replaced.
Yes. Little bit more, ratios that make sense for things. But yes, this is definitely just to beat that one burn player we have here.
One burn player.
So it is very irritating.
Well, that was the KASHTIRA going second deck. I hope you guys build it and try it out. Maybe you can think of new plays to make or new builds.
Yeah, absolutely. I am always down. Let us know in the comments, guys. We are both big, KASHTIRA enthusiasts around here. So yeah, we're always willing to hear some input on what you guys think. So thank you so much, Logan. Congrats again on the 4-0, buddy. I'm super proud of you. And hopefully we'll do this again, buddy. Hopefully we'll be able to see you again. So, alrighty, till next time, man.
Peace.